Well, the political realignment triggered by Peter Obi's move to the African Democratic Congress is accelerating, with 8 federal lawmakers now reportedly set to join the party. Now, Obi, the 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate, formally defected recently, calling for a broad opposition coalition to challenge the ruling APC. At least 3 senators and 5 House of Representatives members from the Southeast are expected to cross over. Now, the ADC is positioning itself as a major opposition platform, already housing prominent figures like former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and former Minister Rotimi Amechi. Meanwhile, in a separate development, the former Kano State Governor Rabiu Kwankwaso is reportedly in talks to join the ADC coalition, even as his political ally, Governor Abba Yusuf, prepares to defect to the APC. Well, joining us now on Newsday for a review of the 2025 year in politics and, of course, projections for the political space for 2026, particularly with Peter Obi's movement to the opposition African Democratic Congress, is former Edo State governorship aspirant Dr. Odiakpo Obire, joining us here on Newsday. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me. Former candidate in Delta State, not Edo State. Thank you.
All right. Well, you know, we wanted to review 2025, the year 2025, politically speaking. A lot happened, obviously. Will you just give us a brief recap, in your opinion, on how things flowed politically speaking?
Well, 2025 was, first of all, I want to say Happy New Year to you and your crew. 2025 was an interesting year. A lot actually happened within the year. We had a lot of political sojourning and cross-carpeting and all that. But at the same time, it's a reflection of our political atmosphere. We are building a political environment where people's ideology and the party are interwoven at the moment. However, a lot that happened in 2025. We had a lot of governors, a lot of members move into the APC, our party, and other people move also trying to form a coalition. So it was an interesting year, and so many things happened politically.
And in terms of, your aspirations, you're as a former gubernatorial aspirant yourself, do you feel like the state's political godfatherism has been dismantled? How do you view this governorship of Monday Okpebolo of last year and some change?
Well, I can say categorically that the shift is moving. The era of political godfatherism is actually gradually fading because there have been some resistance in some areas and in some states, and also others why they function silently. But on the visual and the what people can see is that people are more aligning to see that the political atmosphere is well orchestrated towards the 2027 elections. As for Edo State, I can say I am from Delta, but Edo State is my sister state, and I can say that the governor, Okpebolo, is actually performing more than expectations, because a lot of people had so much doubt in his capacity, in his wherewithal to steer the state to a greater height. But today, if you go to Edo State, if you're following Edo State politics very well and the activities of the government, you will notice that there have been tremendous improvements in the administration of the state. A lot of projects are happening. These are not projects that are hidden. Most of them are live when it comes to inspections and moving around. So there's no issue, I can say, in Edo State that has to do with oppression of godfatherism or something that is making the governor not to function or have a setback in governing the people. I think the people of Edo State are well aligned and everything is going on well in that state.
And of course, I would ask the same about Delta State, but we do want to talk about the ADC. Of course, the most recent news is that Peter Obi has formally exited from the Labour Party and has joined the ADC. Now, in your position and in your opinion, ADC is supposed to be the new mega party platform for the 2027 cycle. How can Peter Obi reconcile his new Nigeria ideology with, of course, the old guard political rivals that, or veterans that are now going to be heading to the party? Is this going to be a marriage of convenience or something of a masterstroke of political strategery?
Thank you very much. First of all, let me take you back to my state, Delta State. My governor, Right Honorable Elder Sheriff Obire is doing awesomely well. I can authoritatively say that a lot of activities are going on in Delta State that can be visually seen. These are visible projects. And the state is well synergized between the old and the new entrance into the APC. The governor had been able to harmonize everyone, and the state is moving forward in one direction. We know what 2027 will stand at as regard to Delta State. Coming to Peter Obi and his movement into the ADC, first of all, Nigerians should be able to ask some basic questions. And these questions, they beg for answers, because the question is, one, who are these people that are forming this coalition? Who are these ADC people? Where are they coming from? Are they new people in the political scene, or these are the same people that have been in PDP for over 20-something years, in APC, in the past, even in the past government of APC? Some of these leaders in ADC today were part of that government, and there is nothing new about this coalition. There's nothing new about the people. There's nothing new about the vision. There's nothing new that they want to present to Nigerians. So Nigerians should be very, very careful and wary of people that we say one thing today and do another tomorrow. When you look at ADC, even the Peter Obi himself is someone that has moved from one place to another, from APGA to PDP, from PDP to Labour, and now ADC. The question is, why are you moving? He ran in a political platform in last election, which is Labour Party. If he is such a vibrant leader who can organize a system, would have been able to put the Labour Party together and make it formidable for 2027 election. But it's just less than 3 years. The party is in shambles. All the obedience and his followers, all of them are like the chiefs and a leader that cannot cooperate together. And now he has moved to ADC. Now the ADC has moved to. There is no future there is not even a guarantee that Peter Obi is going to get the ticket of the ADC to run for election. I want to say very clear that strong politicians don't move. They don't migrate the way Peter Obi is migrating. You must be able to stand to put your house together and be ready with your soldiers to fight a battle. A political figure that is always looking for a lean way. You don't want to run primaries with people. You don't want to run contests with other contenders. You just want to go to where they will hand over tickets to you. I don't think you are strong enough to run such race. A man who could not put one party together wants to run Nigeria is laughable. At least he should have been able to start from fixing the problems of Labour Party and making it formidable to run the 2027 election. So there is nothing actually about this movement from Labour Party to ADC. It's just about noise. It's just about news. It's just about making the people to feel that they are still relevant. There is nobody in ADC. They didn't do Nigerian well when they were in PDP. They didn't do Nigerian well when some of them even had sway in the last government of APC, of President Muhammadu Buhari. So you have a group of disgruntled people who were never working together in the past, now coming together because they have one purpose. There's no purpose. There's no greener pastures for Nigeria from ADC. Well, that's the way I see it.
You do make a point about the eventual clash of egos that is bound to arise in the future. We did hear Peter Obi himself say that he didn't decamp in order to become someone's vice president. But others argue that there was a significant lack of structure within the Labour Party for multiple reasons. And figures like David Mark and Rauf Aregbesola could possibly provide more structural discipline within the ambits of the ADC for Peter Obi and his obedient movement?
Well, like I said earlier, Peter Obi are moving to ADC because there is no proper structure in Labour Party. It's a failure on his part as a leader already. Because if he was a leader who can assemble people, who can assemble army to go and fight, he should have been able to put Labour Party together after the general election. But he failed to do that. The structure scattered. In fact, there was no structure before, and he further dismantled the structure of Labour Party. Now he has gone to ADC to seek a greener pasture. There's nothing wrong with that. But the question is, who are those? You mentioned Aregbesola, who was in our last in APC last administration of Muhammadu Buhari. You mentioned David Mark, who had been Senate president and for how many terms and held sway in this country. But the problem they want to fix in ADC today, the problem they are telling Nigerians that they will fix, these are the same problems that have been there while they held sway in offices. These are the same problems that have been there when some of them were governors, some of them were senators, some of them were whatever position they were holding. They were in this same country. They didn't hold those positions in Cameroon. They held them in Nigeria. They never solved those problems. Some of them can't even drive all the way to their houses as we speak, because they fail to do what they are supposed to do. So I don't see the new thing that these disgruntled people are coming to put together for Nigerians that will make Nigeria a better country than it is. The present administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is already on the right track. Nigeria is on the right track. We are having audacious moves in Nigeria for the first time. A lot of activities are going on. Reforms are going on. You can see a man that is looking for a second term boldly still releasing reforms that Nigerians are looking at and saying that, oh, we are going to feel the impact of this. But the president is looking at the long run, not the immediate effect, because Nigerian had to be fixed. And if we must fix Nigeria, we must be able to be ready to take some pains. And that is what the president is doing. Everything that is happening today in the political scene, as at this moment we speak, from the opposition, it is not because they love Nigeria. It is not because they want a better Nigeria. It is because they just want to they want to continue the activities that they've been in, bringing us behind. And I don't see why someone will leave an office in less than 2 years, in less than 4 years, in less than they are hungry. I don't see the reason why that is. I think we are moving in the right direction already in the country, and Tinubu should be allowed to go and continue to do the work that he's doing for Nigerians. All
right. Well, before I let you go, very briefly, having observed all the shifts in 2025 and, of course, the shifts that are inevitable this year with the political parties, where do you stand in this new alignment? Are we going to be seeing your name on a ballot in 2026, 2027?
Sorry, I didn't get the question, the last part of it.
I was wondering if we were likely to see your name on a ballot for 2026, 2027, given your antecedents and seeing how the new alignments and the trajectories are maneuvering. What's the future hold for 2026, 2027?
Well, as for me, I am not running for any office. But I am fully in support of anyone that is running under the platform of the All Progressive Congress. And we are sure and we are very hopeful that 2027 is going to be a free and fair election, just as it was in 2023. Thank you.
Well, there you have it. I'd like to thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Odiapo Obire, former Delta State gubernatorial candidate. Thank you so much.